Good evening and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Oh, how are you all? I'm half asleep. That's a good way to start a live stream, Jan. Oh my goodness. I've got no excuse for it other than it's like 10:30 at night. I've been trying to get to bed earlier. That's what it is. So my body's like, "Are you sure you don't want to go to bed?" And I'm like, well, no, because I'm going to be doing Wellness Wednesday. So anyway, how the hell are you? I hope you're all well. I'm good. I'm all right. Random Fish thinks she's late. You're not late, darling. If you're on time, you would have seen that I played the outro instead of the intro. See, it's going to be that kind of evening. That's how I roll, guys. Sorry about that. Hi, Bridge. How are you, darling? I hope you're well. You're going out in the car. Okay, take it easy. Take it easy. And we've got our Edna here. Hi, my darling. I hope you're well. If you want to come up and have a chin wag, that'd be lovely. That'd be lovely to have a little chat, see how your week's going. My week has been fairly sort of hectic, usual type of things, really. And going shopping and seeing the kids, and yeah, I didn't go for my meal with my son tonight, which we normally do on a Wednesday. We've moved it. To um We've moved it until tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we're going to go out for our meal. Today I met my daughter in town. She'd had a haircut, and so we met up and then went and had a coffee and another chin wag, because that's what we do. That's what us Brits do over here, you know. That's true. Chin wag. Yeah, it's quite descriptive, isn't it? It's quite a nice description, really. So I've got nothing specifically lined up, just to have a bit of a chat. We just chat about anything that's going on that might not be going on, but no drama. Because drama is for Drama Friday. Drama Friday. So, yeah, look who we've got here. Look who we've got. We've got our Edna. Hi, darling.
Hey,
How are
here to
you?
whack my chin. How's it going?
Yeah, you wag your chin, darling. You wag it. There's been a lot of chin wagging going on in the community. Ah, I just sit back and laugh. I just laugh at the spectacle of it. It's wonderful. Am I making a list? I normally start after this one. I normally do like a little list, decide what I'm going to be doing, who we're going to be addressing. So anyway, Edna, what have you been up to this week? Have you done anything? Have you kept
Uh,
warm?
Mainly just working. I've kept warm because it's actually warmed up outside, so it's technically no longer freezing. So I'm
Yeah.
really excited about that.
Well, over
And
here,
let's
I think we've
yeah,
been I think we've been lulled into a false sense of security, because the past couple of days have
really.
been almost spring-like. And I
Ooh,
noticed one of my pansies has bloomed. Completely surprised me.
wow.
So I've got a purple pansy out the front, and I'm like, "Yay!" But we can never over here, it still gets cold in February and March, and sometimes even April. What's it like over there?
It depends on where you are. I want to say I don't like see, I'm in Missouri, it fluctuates. So it could be maybe 30 degrees in the morning and by the high could be in the 60s. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
it's kind of hard to tell.
I think on the whole, you probably get better weather than we get, I have to say. I don't think we, you know, our temperatures always seem to be lower than what you get in the States, unless you happen to be in the north, because I know, like, in the north, it's a bit colder, isn't it? We're much luckier down here, over here in the, southern England is always warmer than northern England,
Mhm.
for some reason. But, yeah, but we always sort of, I know, you know, like when we do get a bit of sunshine, people get a bit excited and think, yay, that's the end of the winter. It wasn't too bad this year. And then all of a sudden we get a blast. And apparently we're getting what they call a snow blast is on the way for February and March. So that's something to look forward to. I love getting snowed
Yeah.
in.
What do they call it? Arctic vortex or something
Yeah,
crazy?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or an Arctic blast. We get that. So,
I'm telling you, Jen, I remember the last one we had because one of my roommates left the country, I believe, and she left her window open. And you would have thought that it was like my window was open. I could feel all the air just breezing right through. And I just
God.
remember telling some, it was before a long weekend. It was something crazy. I was just in the office like, listen, I'm not trying to be one of those people, but somebody needs to do something about this now.
Yeah, I really struggle with the cold. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Not good in cold temperatures. Hi, just freezing. I hope you're well. Um, yeah, we're just doing a very British thing at the moment. We're talking about the weather. Um, let's see what we never had polar vortexes growing up, and it's got colder then. I came back to new vocabulary, but better weather. Um, yeah, yeah, we're just talking about weather at the moment. What did you get up to at the weekend? Did you do anything, Edna? I think Edna's otherwise.
No, just no, just working. It's funny. I signed up for like a flex team at work. So I could work up to 50 hours. Like, I could work overtime. So I work
That's
every
good.
day. Yeah.
That's good. Keeping you busy, keeping you off the
Hmm.
streets. That's a good thing.
Yeah, if I
But
didn't have my work, who knows what I would I might be on the street.
hi,
Imagine
Barley.
me
How are
trying to
you?
sell anything on the street. That wouldn't. We shouldn't laugh. That's someone's real reality. But good lord, good.
Oh,
All I can say is I think I'm thankful for taxes.
yeah. I found out. I don't know if I ever told you about this guy that suddenly appeared to be homeless in my town. And,
Hmm.
my daughter always used to tell me about, you know, about him because she watches, Facebook religiously and is joined to, like, all the local Facebook groups. And, uh, she was telling me that, the homeless guy well, I said to her, I said, "Oh, what's happened with the homeless guy? Have you heard anything?" And she said, "Oh, apparently he's got a place." So I said, "How did you find out?" She said, "Oh, it was on the Facebook page." So I'm really pleased. I hate to think of people out there in the cold, in, you know, in this weather. I mean, you could get seriously deaded, couldn't you? You could be
Oh,
deaded
absolutely.
in the cold.
As a child, I guess I was just sheltered to an extent that I never really thought about it. So I
Mm,
was like 25, 26 out in California, where I was like really hit with homelessness for the first time. And not to say that homelessness is ever like a walk in the park or kind of breezy, but they're literally like living on the beach, and it was you didn't really. I don't know. At the time, there was like van life and tiny homes. It was kind of like being houses was kind of a trend. But when I think about being homeless in Missouri, where where it for a week straight, it was sub zero temperature. That's crazy. You know, when it's snowing and there's no way you can survive. Like I don't know how people survive, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's a horrible thought, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, to think that people are actually outside in it. So Random Fish is asking you if you've lived on the beach.
I lived about 3 miles from the beach. So I could take like a 20-minute bus ride, 15-minute bus ride, and I would be on the beach.
That's
I used to work
nice.
along the beach. Yeah, like maybe like a block or two from the beach is where I work. So
What
it was nice.
what's this? What's this? Barley had a bathtub stream, did
But
she?
you know what? I think people listen, Jan, be honest. Do you like the bathtub streams or no?
I don't watch them. No, I must say, I can honestly say I've never ever watched a bathtub stream ever. No, I didn't know they
Listen, I'm
existed.
all for it. Miami shower stream, wonderful content. There's a woman that I follow who is from St. Louis. She's a doctor, and she, you know, she's just this established woman in many of so many check boxes or whatever. And she does like hygiene streams. Now it's not like Girl World where it's taking you from A to Z, vlogging the, it's an edited video. But I don't think it's a weird concept.
Well, I mean, doesn't the lens get steamed up? How
No,
do you
it's
stop
not
the
that
lens from
warm
getting steamed up?
because the temperature that fogs up the bathroom isn't a comfortable temperature to actually bathe in. Because I know what you mean. Like I would crank up the shower
Yeah, but it's just
while
moisture,
like for
isn't
it to
it?
warm up.
It's
Yeah, a
moisture.
little. I mean, it might not be the best for the camera. We're not saying that. I'm saying it's a nice. It's like you're sitting in the bath, chilling. It's relaxing.
Is that true?
Chad, help me. Chad, help me out. What do we think?
Is it true Barley showed everything?
Oh, really, Bally? Is that what happened?
Oh, Barley, what are you doing? What? She, are you trolling here? Yes, it was fun. I won't do it again. It was a joke to make fun of Naked and Laughing. I won't be doing more of that. It was just for fun, but I agree. I agree a little much. One time thing. I wanted to get NAL annoyed.
Oh, I think just breathing
Ah.
was putting a little extra on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Just Freezing liked to have a bit of a laugh, didn't she? And that's
Mhm.
perfectly fine. I'm happy with that. But oh well, I mean, what? Okay. So
Jen, can I tell you a secret?
do
I started a thing, or not. What do you call it? A troll account.
you've started a troll account?
Yeah,
What, on here or on you on Twitter?
just no. I'm not on Twitter. Twitter is a dark and scary place.
On
I'm
here.
saying, but on YouTube, yeah. Oh,
So
this
who
someone's
is?
chat.
So who are you
I'm not gonna say.
trolling?
I can't tell you because then everyone will know.
Oh, okay. Are you enjoying it though? Is it good fun?
It's not. I'm not really. I'm not doing it. I'm not,
Are you one of my cheerleaders?
no, I'm not. But
You're not one
but
of
I
the
do
fake
want to put
fans.
in for a Jan's Caribbean views. If Jan's views is listening, I vote for Caribbean views.
Yeah, okay, so if I see that going round, then I know it's you.
No,
So Random Fish is asking, are you abandoning your troll account already?
I might. Yeah, I think I am.
Why? It's fun. I mean, I troll in my own name. So yeah.
I feel
um,
like I got called out a little bit, and I couldn't keep up. Like
oh,
I
do
couldn't make the
you?
jokes. You know, these trolls are talented people.
Oh my God. So someone called you out straight away.
Well, they weren't like, Edna, we know it's you, but it was kind of like they were like, you're trolling. I'm like, ah, you know.
Listen, you're sat at home in front of your computer, and it doesn't really, no one's going to know who you are they?
No, but it feels so silly. I'm like, it's bad enough that I'm in girl world. Let me not, I don't know.
Yeah.
This
I,
just trying to be messy. I'm not gonna say who because if I tell you who, then you're gonna know who I was.
no, keep it quiet. Keep it quiet.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now. I lost the thread. Nothing new there. Um, But I mean, yeah, I don't know whether I could be bothered. I quite like to troll. Well, I don't really troll. I just don't bother going in a lot of the chats anymore. You know what I sometimes do is just have it on. I just listen, just to keep not ahead of the stuff going on, but just so that I know what's sort of going on a bit. But um yeah, there's so much going on, at the moment. It's just hilarious. It just makes me laugh. Edna, were you trolling Hannibal? Says Just
I
Freezing.
don't know. Was I trolling Hannibal?
Hannibal. Um, Random Fish said you should troll Hannibal. He's still doing his own thing over there, isn't he? Just let him do his own thing over there. As long as he don't come over here, I'm quite happy. He's just a
Yeah.
strange individual. It's quite interesting to me just how many strange individuals there are online.
Yes.
Uh,
There are
I didn't
many, many,
realize
many.
I didn't realize how how so many people started at the beginning of the pandemic. I didn't realize that. I mean, I've been going for longer than that, but I know some people
Yeah.
do. Oh, so Bridge says she trolled in YTR's chat, telling her how great she was and bad mouthing myself. It was funny.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah. Maybe I should come as a make myself like one of my cheerleaders, Jan something or other. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't say because otherwise people will know. But the problem with me is people can always tell by the way I talk. So I can't see that I'd be able to sort of get away with trolling. I think they'd
Mm-hmm.
know it was me straight away. Just Reason says, I would never troll anybody. It's mean. I think there's a way of doing it where just having a bit of a laugh, though. I don't think you have to sort of be insulting. I think you can just perhaps disagree a little bit with what the person's saying and, just sort of for the giggles. But I
Yeah.
think I think everything in girl world is just so magnified. And, that means um everything is magnified. So even a troll, once the spotlight is on them, then they're just seen as the devil incarnate, aren't they? And it's like, oh, you better not go in
And
there again. Oh yeah,
yeah, and it's like we're all just kind of playing up certain parts of ourselves to a certain extent, depending on where we are. Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I listen to myself, or like I'm listening to myself as I'm working, talking to customers. I'm like, who are you?
I hate listening to myself. I
Oh, it's the
rarely
worst.
I rarely watch back, um, like my live streams, but if I'm making like a clipped video or if I'm making a short, then I have to listen to myself and I bloody hate it. I hate
Mm,
hearing my voice. I'm like, "Oh god, I sound so sort of I don't know, it's a bit like a drone." I don't like it.
I
Um
don't know.
and yeah, I've always thought that I was quite sort of expressive. Um, but I think, yeah, sometimes I'm
Well,
like,
see,
oh
the
no.
thing is, Jen, like when I'm talking to people about their taxes, they could be kind of animated. Like this one lady, she was all over the place. She's like, Oh man, calm down. First of all, this is way outside of my wheelhouse. You know what I mean? I'm over here. I'm talking. Standard deductions, withholding. Are you claim? Depend all that kind of stuff, right? It needs help downloading the software. She needs help loading the program, doing the update. And she's like, yeah, I'm not so technical. I'm like, me either. That's why I do that. So we're both over here trying to figure it out. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe the software isn't working because your computer needs to be updated. So we're going around doing that. And she's like, well, I don't think that's right. And I'm like, I don't think you know. So maybe you should try, It's just so funny.
God.
It's like all you can do is laugh sometimes. It
Yeah.
cracks me up.
Yeah, well, it's funny because people sort of think that once you get to a certain age that you can't be, tech savvy. Well, I mean, I have to say, out of myself and my kids, I'm the most tech savvy out of all of them, and I think it's just because I've I've been online for such a long time and I've done like a lot of things online. So yeah, it's
Well,
quite
you have to
amusing
stay
when
on top of it because you could
yeah,
be tech savvy in 2010, but it's 2020, almost 25. So it's like that's another 15 years. You have to constantly stay on top of it. Like, I can't tell
yeah,
you how many times I talk to somebody who's my age, and I'm like, you sound like you're much older or much whatever. But I'm like, I think it's just like, no, I'm old. Like we have to stay on top of it.
yeah, yeah.
It's not easy for anybody.
I think as long as you can get, in my opinion, it's as long as you can get the best equipment that you can afford to get. I mean, I was quite lucky in that, oh God, I don't even know how many years ago it was. But I decided to get myself, the best computer I possibly could. So I got myself an iMac, and I've never regretted it. Why are you laughing? You-
I'm reading Freeze's comment.
Yeah, okay. Freezy's being naughty because this isn't Drama Friday, Freezy. Um, TSS uploaded a video in the hospital talking about Foodie Beauty, and somebody was crying in pain and pleading for help. Oh no! Anne rolled her eyes at the person interrupting her video. That is funny. Oh no! Oh my
Oh
god, that is
man,
funny.
I uh, I
Imagine being
mean
in
the
pain
house.
and listening to a to a food oration. Oh my god, that's so funny. Um, I'm glad is she doing all right, T and Sass? Because I understand she's not been very well. T and Sass is
Well,
dedicated
I saw a
to her
video.
foodie content all the
She
way
looked
to the end.
good.
Sorry?
I saw one of her recent videos and she looked good.
Um I don't think it's hard if you keep upgrading your equipment regularly. It's the jump between phones and computers and OS systems, etc. Yeah, you're right there because I just do like an automatic upgrade on my Mac.
Mhm.
And I mean the beauty with YouTube is you can find out everything on YouTube. You really can. And if I have
Yeah,
a
you really
problem
can.
with my Mac, I just YouTube it. I don't Google
Uh-huh.
it, I YouTube it, and there's always somebody to help you out.
Jan, I would always like when I think about the stuff that I was doing, like I would get the Amazon locked or like ad locked phones and devices, and I'm not worried about it. I just hop on the YouTube and YouTube a video on
Exactly.
how to jailbreak it so that you don't have to watch the ads and stuff
Mhm.
like you could do like you can find a video for anything on YouTube.
Yeah, you can. And it's like, even if you get a new phone, like every time I've upgraded my phone, I've always like watched an unboxing of it on YouTube. And then there's ones where they have like what do they call them? Tricks and hacks and things like that. Um so yeah, I mean there's no excuse not to know how things work these days, because there's some really good people out there as well, on the internet that are very good at explaining. I'll tell you a story. ah, ah, I couldn't work out why I bought this Hoover a while back, and
That's a vacuum cleaner?
yeah, vacuum cleaner.
Okay.
And I couldn't understand. I mean, it was working perfectly fine for a short while, and then for some reason it wasn't picking up. And I thought, oh, what blooming things, what's wrong with this? So I Googled it.
Mhm.
No, I didn't. I YouTubed it. And there was this guy. I mean, I sort of laughed to myself really, because I thought, this is ridiculous. There's this guy with the exact same well, we call them Hoovers over here, but they're vacuum cleaners, the exact same vacuum cleaner. And I just watched him, and he was going through everything. So what had happened was, and I really am this stupid, I'd sort of tried to, I don't know why, I decided to put one of the attachments on, because, I've got a cat and I like to sort of do the furnishings with it,
Oh,
because
right.
I've
Mhm.
got a lot of, I've got a lot of fabric in my lounge, and, the cat likes to lie on it. So I like to do that quite regularly. And for some reason, I'd put it in the wrong hole. So it wasn't sucking. So then when it wasn't sucking, I was like, oh, well, what have I done wrong here? So then I put the pipe back in to the Hoover, and it was the wrong hole. So I just completely ballsed up the whole of the blooming vacuum cleaner. But after my little friend on YouTube, I knew what I'd done wrong. Do you
That
ever
is
do
so funny.
something? Do you ever do something and then think, oh my God, that's so embarrassing? How bad that was, how
Oh,
stupid.
never. Mm-mm. No, you
Never?
know what, Jan? All the time. I can't tell you the last time well, not the last time, the time before last, I was talking to the tech support with my job, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I always do X, Y, and Z because it makes it just so much easier, like security, you know."
Yeah.
He was like, "Are you kidding?" It was just kind of like you could hear a pin drop. He was like, "You're joking, right?" And like I was like, "Yeah," because and it was like, absolutely do not do that. It was like that's the wrong thing to do. Like I can't.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, like I was like, please don't put that in my file. Like it was so scared. So I said,
It's
okay, I'm not gonna. I was like, I'm gonna have good energy when it comes to tech support and all that kind of stuff. And when I tell you this, like trying to log into the system, I couldn't even connect to the network. It was ridiculous. And it was like my manager was freaking out. He was like, either you get a new computer or they get you connected. Like, it needs to be worked out today. And nothing happened, of course. They didn't know what was going on. It just ended up working. And they were like, what happened? What did you do? I was like, positive vibes. Like, what can I tell you? I'm like, how does any of this work anyway? It's like you can't tell me how a microwave works. We just know that it does.
I hate it when you think that you should know what it is, and somebody's sort of watching you, and you're like, but I just don't really get it. Why is this not why is this not working? And then someone points out that you're just doing it the wrong way, and it's like, oh God, I just feel so stupid. I hate that. I mean, I just laugh at myself now. I mean, you just have to really, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. I guess maybe I'm just lucky in the sense that usually it's not like, I don't know, like it's not so bad that it's like, oh, is it plugged in? You know, like usually I catch it before, because I hate to be one of those people. Like, I'm telling you, people call in and they say the dumbest things, or it sounds like the dumbest things. Like, I hope I'm not being mean, but it's like you have a balance. Like the guy was like, it says that I owe. When is it gonna give me a refund? I'm like, it's not. You owe. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's so funny. So let's see what they're saying in the chat. I hate when, hang on, let's put that on. I hate when people tell you to turn everything off, unplug it and count to 5, then reconnect everything and it works. I know. I know. Right, okay, just freezing. As a content creator and artist, thoughts on Dank Fupa's video, which are entirely made on AI. Thoughts on it? I think I don't know the person. I mean, are they a new creator? Not that it matters. Shall we have a look? Shall we have a look?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Why not? That's what we're here for. We can have a bit of a... Actually, we spoke on AI last week, just freezing. You missed it. Right, so what's she called? Right, let's see. What is it? Dank Fupa. Let's have a look. All right. So, okay. Girl words. Oh, I see. All right, so let's have a look at this and decide what we think. Why not? I know it's Wednesday, but it's still something to talk about. Oh, she's getting good views. Right, okay. Let's see. They're new. It's like a reality TV show version of Foodie. Oh, okay. So let me share this. Right. Right, I will have a look. I think it's quite interesting. Do you know, I think there's still work that has to go into this is her channel. There's still work that has to go into something like this. So
Absolutely.
I wouldn't sort of put it down. I think there's an awful lot. I mean, look at it, look at that. There's an awful lot of work that's gone into that. That's quite lifelike, isn't it? That one there with the big potato head.
Oh yeah, her little AI picture that she has up
Very
is so
clever.
funny though.
Very clever. I've not seen this before. It's quite interesting. So, throwback to one of her. She's getting good views. I mean, she's got 4.68K. She's only had 11 videos. That's good. 90-Day Fiance. Right. Okay. So, all right. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Right.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars,
Donna.
wasting time on troubleshooting with attendees? If so,
see, the thing is doing that. Okay, you know, sort of talking. I'll talk as an artist, okay, and I've also done, you know, quite a lot of graphic art as well. Now, as an artist, that's still quite hard to do that. That looks like it could be Canva, which is what I use. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. People think AI just jimmies up everything for you. And it's like you still have to understand how to get the AI to give you the output that you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm working because I'm doing a lot more. I'm doing a lot more on my channel. I mean, apart from the live streams, I'm trying to get at least one video up a week as well. So, and when I work on my video, obviously I have to do a lot of research and then decide what I want to put on it. Do you know what I mean? When I'm editing it, and it takes time. To put a video together. And I think, yeah, I mean, as an artist, I don't think she's sort of taken away from anyone here. I'm more concerned about people that will create a picture, create a piece of artwork that isn't really theirs, if that makes sense, because it's AI. That's what I think. Let's see what's being said here. I find it interesting, but I think it's cheating compared to Foxy 8, who completely makes everything from scratch. Oh, does she? Okay, so maybe we can compare the two. I've seen a couple of Foxy 8's videos. They're very clever. See, I look at it as an artist and I look at how they put things together. So yeah, I will always give credit for that. Yeah, AI is just a different set of skills. Yeah, it's not skillless, exactly. And you need an art basis, yeah, exactly, to take it or to make it AI anyway. Yeah. Exactly. I agree with Random Fish there. I think AI is more of a technical skill versus original art. Is a creative skill. For example, Jan can make something with AI, but AI can't make Jan's artwork. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, as an artist, I would feel that I was a fraud if I was just making a picture using AI. That's just the way I look at it. Yeah. Original art is technical too, though. Yes, of course it is. I mean, I've done lots of artwork online, graphic. You could say it's sort of graphic. Let's see if I can find some for you. Where would that be in? That'd be in there. But what I like to do is use my artwork as the source, so that I know 100% that all of the artwork is my own, if that makes sense. Right, there's one I'm thinking of in particular. Let me see. Right, I was going to say, I can't find it. I was going to say, let's see if I can find one. Right, like this one, okay? This one here. Now, this is, how do I open that? Open that with preview. Okay. Right. Okay. If I show you this, right, get into here. So if I stop this for a second and then present this, right, I'll explain what I mean. This one here. Now, if you see this one, this is like a graphic design, but that piece here, this piece here, is a piece of my artwork. I've actually got the original in my bathroom, in my bedroom. So this is a piece of mixed media art, okay? But the rest of it isn't. So what I've done is I've created this by using, I've got quite a lot of art software that I can use with my art. Do you see what I mean? Now what I could do is, I don't know. I don't know if you create a piece of A1 artwork, whether I could then do this. Do you know what I mean? And add my own art to it. I don't know. Probably, because once you've saved the image, then you can do it. But yeah, so that is one of my graphic art pieces.
Nice.
Thank you. And I've sold those as prints, but there was one I wanted to show you. Hang on. But it's always, yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm the same as with all art. All artists are probably the same. They probably are, actually. You want it to be 100% yours. Now, this one is a photo manipulation. So there's a place not far from here, actually, that I used to take the kids to. And we used to, in the summer, and we used to play in the well, they did, I didn't. They used to play in the stream, and I just loved this bridge. So I took a picture of it, and there's obviously all the water down here. But then I've used it. I've used an art site to just change, manipulate the photograph. So that's actually, yeah, that's actually a photograph. I was thinking of using, right, hang on, I don't want to, because I know you guys like talking art. I think AI is more technical. Oh, didn't we? Yeah, we just said that, didn't we? I make ceramics. Who's that? Just freezing. Oh, do you? You make ceramics and pottery on the side. Do you know? I'd love to do that, but my problem is, don't laugh, I don't like getting my hands dirty. I know it sounds silly, but the thought of putting my hands in that wet clay just like, sends shivers down my spine. I can't do it. I mean, I even to the extent of like getting my hands dirty with paint sometimes. I've got better with it, but I don't like a lot of paint on my hands. It's weird. I don't know. It's just one of my things.
No, that's understandable.
Maybe it's a bit of OCD. I don't know. There are a lot of creators now that use AI for videos. I can always tell because the voice always mispronounces words. Yeah. I mean, some of my poetry I've used AI voices. We discussed that last time, didn't we? What's this one? In the end, I think you're creative or not. It's just a different process. Exactly. And it's like this. I mean, that's a photograph. And, I turned it into a piece of art. And what I could do is get that printed onto, a big canvas. And, it's still and on a matte piece of paper. Because the thing is, I used to have a printer that used to print up my artwork. And I was amazed when I first started going to him. I was amazed at the different types of paper you can get, and what a difference it made to get your artwork printed on different papers. And some of the papers really expensive. But something
yeah.
like,
What was your favorite paper?
what was my favorite paper? Well, I think it depends. I mean, I quite like gloss, but it depends. If I've done a really striking graphic design, then sometimes I'd go for, the gloss one. But for this particular image, I'd probably go for like a matte and silk. I can't remember the names of them now because I haven't used them for a long time.
It's been years for me too. I used to work at a print shop. I used to
Oh, did
love
you?
the resume paper is what they call it, where it was almost like transparent in places. It was really cool.
Yeah. See, I used to
Like
know. I mean,
unnecessarily fancy, you know?
yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to think. There was one that I was trying to show you, which was it's like this. Okay, now this could be. I don't know if this is going to show up. No, it hasn't. Right now, let me see. I was hoping. Oh, mind you, if I do it on like this, if I open that with preview, will that? Yeah. Okay. Now this one. Again, people would probably think, oh, that's AI. It's not, but it's like it's an app. Before AI, there were apps that would do, and there still are, that will do, artwork for you. So what I would do, like this one, I think is from one of my paintings. But what I did was I ran it through the app, or put it on the app, and got different designs onto it. So that is still mine. Do you know what I mean? Because the actual picture, I mean, you can see the background there, is there, and it's also inside there. So yeah. So what have you said here? Just freezing. I saw this post on Instagram that makes super realistic flowers out of tissue paper and dye. They're so pretty. I want to buy some. Yeah, I know. You can see so many different talented people on there. I watch this guy, can't decide if there's one or two of them because they've got two names. But anyway, and they do very like they do furniture, and they do like really vibrant colors, and then they write script on it. I think they're from Sweden. But they're really good. So good. So yeah, I enjoy
So what
that.
do they do? Or what is it?
Well, they do like furniture, so they paint furniture in really bright colors.
Oh,
And
okay.
then, they distress it, and then they put some gold flakes on it, and
Right.
rub that down, and it's just amazing. Their work is amazing. And then they use spray paint, and they write things on it. It's really good. I know there's a word for it, and I can't remember what it's called. Oh, I like those as well. I like the Instagram street photographers. I love them when they stop people in the street and say, "Oh, we think you've got I think you've got a really interesting face. Would you mind if I take pictures?" It's just so cool. I'm just waiting for somebody to do that to me. No one's done it to me yet, Edna. Bit annoyed.
No.
I'm joking.
You know what's funny though? There was one person where you could see the beauty or the light, but they did not photograph well. And it was very interesting because usually you see people, and it's almost the opposite, where, when they first meet them, you're kind of like, oh, they look, normal or regular. And you see the photos and you're like, wow, they're stunning. And this person was like the complete opposite, where when she was just talking or just her saying yes and oh, go ahead, and like her energy was magnetic. It was amazing. But the photographs were lackluster. You were like, this is it. It was so funny.
Well, this one, sorry, I'm drinking. I don't know if you have them over there. The make of it is called Mogul, and it's melon flavored. Well, you can get different flavors. Melon flavored drink with nata de o. Really? Anyway, so it's like it's not fizzy, and it's like a bit like a fruit juice, but you've got like bits in it. So there's bits of melon in this bit. Anyway, so that's what I'm chomping on. This is the one that I just wanted to show you. This was when I was working in the school, and I'm just trying to think. Yeah, that was a bag behind it. That was actually a photograph. I'd taken an apple to work with me, and I took a picture of it, and then I uploaded it to the computer, and I worked on it. Firstly, I made it into like a jigsaw puzzle, see, and then I framed it, and I've sold a few of those actually. Yeah, it was my apple while I was at work. So Yeah, I think although AI is good, I think I don't know. I think if you're used to doing um if you're used to doing graphics, like this is one of my first, yeah, I think this is probably one of my first ones.
I think for you because you're used to art being a certain way, then AI feels like X, Y, and Z. So you cut off what's considered AI at a
mm,
different point. Because
yeah,
to me, it seems like, there's a lot of Photoshop, and I can see like the new Photoshop ad is using AI, but they're not, but the AI is just becoming what Photoshop is now, if that makes sense. It's not like AI,
yeah,
like, and it's interesting because I noticed that at work too, where it's not like, they're getting away from being called AI so much as it's like this is just a new technology.
yeah. Do you still have the apple though? Ah, no, I don't still have the apple.
Hey,
Um,
Sir Capone.
there were amazing street photographers, but the whole SM people for spectacle has interfered with some of the candid shots, though. The whole SM, oh, social media. Yes, I know. I
Mm.
know what you mean. But you do get people that just want to take like, take the social media side out of it and just get like a normal person in, a normal street. I haven't worded that very well at all. That was rubbish. Um,
I get what you're saying, but it's almost impossible. That's why you can barely get it out because it's like, how do you know when somebody's putting on for social media versus just putting on in the every day?
mm, I know. Hi, Capone. Nice to see you.
Although I do think it's possible to be like completely authentic in one way or the other.
This is one of my favorites. And again, it was all done on an app, you see. See now,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let me show you this. What I was going to say was, I don't
Now, if it's all
know,
done on the app, how is that not the same as AI?
because it's my artwork. Yeah, that's just
I
what I
feel
was
like
going to
we're
say.
just early. Go
That
ahead.
was
Sorry.
just what I was going to say, Edna, because I was thinking, right, how could I reproduce that picture? Okay, so the bottle isn't mine and the water isn't mine, but the image inside is. So what do I say? Right, well, use Jan's art to go inside a bottle that's floating in water. Do you see what I mean? How could I
Mm-hmm.
do that?
But see, that's the thing with AI. You can give it the exact same prompt, but because it can be,
But it wouldn't be
or
my
I guess it can
artwork.
use it to create like a million different things with it.
Yeah, but that
So
wouldn't be my artwork. See that bit there? That bit here, hang on, let me see. Here, inside is mine. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I couldn't reproduce that. I couldn't put that. AI couldn't reproduce that. Is that a
hmm.
cardinal trapped in a bottle? No, it's actually a painting.
Oh, it's the
Um,
poppy one.
yeah, it's mixed media. I think that one is, I've got it. What's it called? Oh, it's Mardi Gras. That is, let me put in, see if I can find it here, the original. Mardi Gras.
Hmm.
Let's see if I've got the original. I'm sure I have. Now, this is one of the
I
reasons
think
why
the
my
red part is a flower.
yeah, that's the flower bit there. But hang on, let me show you the original that came from. Oh, not come up. Where is it? Is it because I did it in capitals? I hate it when I get caps locks or caps locked. Right. I'm sure Mardi Gras is 2 words, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Fat Tuesday should be coming up pretty soon.
What
Do
Tuesday?
you follow the Super Bowl Fat Tuesday? Mardi Gras?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's quite big over there, isn't it? Your I don't. That is annoying because it.
I was gonna say one of the teams in my state is actually going to the Super Bowl, so that's a bit exciting for us.
What is it? Is it baseball?
It's football, but not soccer. Football.
Yeah. Okay, you'll have to talk because I'm just looking.
Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I'm not following it, but
football is when you all charge. They've all got those big like outfits on, haven't they? They're like they wear a lot of protection, don't they?
Yes. I guess second to maybe hockey.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll find it. MNNN. Oh.
Thank you, Valley.
Right there. Why you keep bloody disappearing on me then? Right, okay. This
Do you have a team that you're voting for or you're rooting for? That's the word.
Voting for. Right, that's the original. That's the original piece called Mardi Gras.
Oh, okay.
Right, so see this bit here? That is the bit, or maybe it's that one. That's in that bottle. Yeah, that's in there. Can you see it now? And you see the brown, the black lines and the bubbles there. So
okay, go back again.
Yeah. See
the
see
one
the
at
bubbles.
the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, because I love painting bubbles. I don't know why. But if you have a look at it there, you can see them. See? Down there. So that's what I mean. I couldn't produce that with my artwork in it. Does that make sense? What's that?
But have you tried?
No, honey, because how am I going to say, right, I want a bottle and I want a piece of my art in it? How am I going to say that? How's that going to work?
I think you're not giving AI enough credit.
But how are they going to get my artwork? That's what I mean. They're not going to get my art.
You would have to put the artwork into the AI.
Exactly.
Right, but you can add it.
I get it. Okay. All right. Maybe I could. But I thought with AI, you have to describe a picture, don't you? Don't you have to describe something?
Yes,
you don't
but you can start from another picture.
Your own artwork, do you?
You can.
Oh, right. I'll have to check that. Just freezing. Wellness Wednesday is turning into Drama Friday. No, whenever Edna's on, there's always a little bit of drama because Edna's a drama. She just loves a bit of drama, really. She just pretends she doesn't, but she does.
I don't think I pretend that I don't. It's just that I try to balance it out a little bit. There's a lot of drama around here.
There's a lot of drama everywhere. Right, so we've got rid of that now. So, right, okay.
I think we need a Monday, Tuesday show.
Oh my God.
To balance the weekend drama.
don't we just? Right, well, we're gonna have a short break and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna have a look at this dank. Let's get that off. We're gonna look at Dank Fupa and see what she's doing and maybe compare her to Foxy 8. Foxy 8 is really clever, isn't she? But anyway, okay, so we're going to have a break and we'll see you very soon if you want
I
to
think
put
also we need to define what a fupa is. I'm still a little confused.
a fupa. You don't know what a fupa is? It actually is. It actually is a medical
Jen,
term.
after the break, give him something to come back for.
Oh, okay. Yeah. After the break, we're gonna discover what a fupa actually is. See you in about 2 minutes, guys. And we're back. We're back in the room. Did you go off to the kitchen, get yourself a cup of tea? What'd you do?
No, I was just jamming here, listening to. I could listen to that for like another 5 minutes, Jan. That's awesome.
It's nice, that music, isn't it? It's cool.
Mhm.
I like it. So let's present this again because we nearly got into it, didn't we? Right. Okay.
Almost a little bit.
Right. Oh yeah, you wanted to know what a fupa is. I saw
Yeah,
in
Africa
chat.
had to hold you back.
I've seen it. I know. I've seen it somewhere. Other people saying it that weren't actually in Girl World. So I just assumed it was a medical thing. So let me see. Someone said it's the fatty upper pubic area. That's what I thought it was. Thank you.
But I think what we consider the fupa is actually like the apron belly, or is the overhang of a stomach.
Yeah. Random Fish says, my cousin is a nurse and my dad is a doctor and they didn't know what a fupa was. I said fupa to my cousin and she gave me a more medical name, and I said fupa to my dad and he walked away. Oh dear. That's funny. What's that, Matt? What? Mom's
Mom's
panic.
panic.
I don't know what that is.
That's
Oh,
the pubic mound.
I think that food is just to the extreme, isn't it? Really, I think there's probably another word for that. It's probably not called, a food pub, because hers is absolutely huge, isn't it? Anyway, let's get on to this because we started on it. So let's have a look and see what we think, shall we?
Sounds good.
Previously on 90 Day Fiancé the other way.
I thought that if I started collecting animals, Solo might have a harder time breaking up with me.
Hi.
Yeah, I mean it's such a good likeness though, isn't it? But excuse me, I must say that is definitely AI, because I can use one of my emojis and get them to speak when I do the my appreciation statement. This one here, this is AI. Okay, hang on.
Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you.
See, that's AI as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's clever. This is very clever.
Fortunately, we hired a maid so that I could take the rest of the day off. We can't hire her. She looks like she's bad at this job. Why does a maid have to wear a full suit of makeup to work?
So that's not Foodie's voice though, is it? So I wonder where he's got the voice from.
I've been cleaning houses for years and years.
You can train it. Like the AI, you
can
can put in so much audio and they'll fill in, like the software can fill in the script.
Oh, right. Somebody's asked there. Let's see. Okay, I wonder if they are using Runway MI. Okay, let's see if they tell us. Let's have a look. Probably not. I
Look up
think
more.
did I read it properly that if you do use AI, you have to say it's AI,
I don't think so.
or did I make that up? It doesn't actually say.
I haven't.
that.
Well, I shouldn't say. I haven't heard that. I don't think that's the thing as of yet. The AI has to be declared.
Okay, I think it probably will do that. I'm sure I did see it somewhere. I might have made it up.
Those are like those national Ford British cars.
Just don't start on that. I still haven't checked that out. So okay, so there's that one. Let's move on a bit.
This year, it's all about
Yeah,
you. Here's what's to come in 2024 so
you're
that you
laughing
can
at me
create
now.
at your best.
You sent her feet pics, and I know your feet. That's the only part of you ever let me touch.
That is so good, though. Look at the likeness. Let's bring it in a bit. Look at the likeness there.
Yeah,
That's
it's awesome.
Amazing.
I don't like.
I don't think Salah's still 29. It's been nearly like a year and a half. He's had to have had a birthday.
34. Right, hang on a second.
I'm sorry.
What's this bit here? I think it's about 34. Personally.
It's
So
like the opposite of the people in the community. They're having more than one birthday a year, and Salah, he's gone over a year and he hasn't had a birthday.
yeah,
This
well,
is so
Capone says
cool.
she's been 29 for a few years now. Ah.
I think I missed
play with it.
I missed too many birthdays. I'm gonna have to roll them back because I'm like I'm at 36. I would prefer maybe 32. I think.
I've rolled back for years, love.
Okay, so where are you, Jan?
I'm not telling you. Right, so random.
Oh man, it cracks me up when people are like 80.
Yeah, I
And
know.
they called
I know.
Bridget. How old did they say they called Bridget 55?
I know. It just makes me laugh. Oh, and apparently I heard the twat say that my daughter was 60. That made me laugh.
Oh, that's so funny.
I was like, oh, she'll be delighted.
Sir
Um,
Capone, you're a Libra?
so if you generate a bunch of stills, you can get it to track your face when talking. Okay. Okay, but that's how I did my little figure because I really didn't think it would work, but I put my little figure in there and I was like, wow, that's incredible. So yeah, so you can see that
Right in. I film you. You make smile for camera.
that sounds like his voice, doesn't it?
It does.
I love animals. People say I shouldn't have pets, but I'm the
This
best
sounds
pet
like
mommy
her
there is.
too.
But the likeness is just incredible. Look at this. This is great.
Look at her proportion to the camel. That's so funny.
No,
she's like
too tall
she's
there.
not that tall.
And you
Oh
aren't even
man.
paying attention. You act like that phone is more important than me.
It is more important than you.
That's true. Right. I'm
Jan,
gonna
do you
get
think he was really talking the scat talk with Kimbella?
I think so. Don't you?
I don't know. I kind of think it's too crazy. I feel like it could have been made up.
Really?
Yeah, it's something about it. I just feel like he wouldn't be that naive and
He's
to
a
be that
man
reckless.
though. He's a man, lovey. You know what men are like.
Oh,
Bloody useless.
I mean, they're
Anyway.
stupid, but that's beyond.
Okay, so let's compare. All right. So we need some more what does she do? Videos. Come on. Let's get a
You know
video.
what? The AI has like a professional or a polished touch to it that's kind of more commercial. It's like it's more attractive.
Yeah. Yeah. This is still very clever though. Look. So
Mhm.
clever. Sam and Yaba, I'm fed up with hearing about them. So let's have a look at this one. No, we don't need you on there, thank you. Oh my. Okay. So clever. So how do we not know? Who was it who said, okay, Capone, see you on Friday, darling.
Bye.
So how do we know that this isn't AI as well, though?
I think it is, but maybe just not as much. Either way, it takes work.
It takes a hell of a lot of work, and I think that's what people don't realise. You know, it takes a lot of work, as does the other channel. The other channel I thought was still good. Putting them into AI and the AI is animating the words. Yeah, there's one program that's known for that, but I forget which one. Oh,
Is
okay.
it the script?
Now what was the one I used? Hang on one sec. Let me look in my bookmarks because I might have it in my bookmarks. Right, yeah, there's one called 11 Labs is one. Prime AI text to speech voice cloning. And there's one called Veed. And my cousin told me one called Bing, but I don't like to have to pay for it because I pay for enough online. So I'm not paying for blooming AI. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they're the three that I've tried. So yeah, but I haven't played on it for a while, but I might have another play.
Mhm.
Right, okay, let's go on.
Oh, okay, fish.
It's got to be AI, hasn't it?
What's with the top hat?
Pardon?
The top hat. SSG is wearing a top hat.
Oh, I don't know. 11 Lane is voices. Let me write that down. 11 Lane. Because I'm definitely going to have a look because I'm doing, I don't know, 11. What did, you know, when you grab a pen, it's always one that doesn't work. 11 Lane. Thanks for that. I'll definitely have a look at that. 11 Lane. The only thing I'm not keen on with this Foxy 8 is the music. I think, yeah. Let's have a look at one of her other ones. Well, that was it. No, look at this one. Okay, that was a year.
Yeah, it's just like the old dial-up where you had so many hours or so many minutes of a free trial.
Oh, it's there. Okay.
Yeah.
Dancing Queen. Lock my time. Yes.
Is that fried chicken?
What's up?
But what's the
Orange
brown bit
chicken?
on the top?
I'm like, he leaves me breadcrumbs, and here I am.
Oh,
like,
it's
looking
Lakma.
for those breadcrumbs.
Lakma.
Oh, that's foodie, is it?
No name chips.
No, that's D. It's Foodie
She looks
Beauty
familiar?
Lakma special. Natter and Dee Dee have some
the
Foodie Beauty
Lakmas.
for dinner.
Like, what? You make me this way. I'm like shaky. Like,
It's
Do you
clever.
get it, Jan?
It is clever.
Okay, I don't get it. I don't think it's very funny.
Hang on, what's that? I think the program that animates your avatar is the one Timber used to use. Yeah, I think the one I used was, I've forgotten what it's bloody called again, was
Is it ID?
I think it was 11 Labs. What you already use, 11 Labs. Yeah, it's just voices. Yeah. But then you can put you can put a face on it and then it sort of links with the voices, doesn't it? Right, hang on. What's that? Thing with these AI programs is you have a certain amount of hours, minutes, yeah, I know. It's so annoying. And I stopped doing it because I'd already filled up my blooming allocation with my little ones. I mean, the other one, I've done. Let's get rid of that for a minute.
You know what? It's like they're so afraid that someone's going to use it to make money, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Shouldn't they be able to code it to where if you use enough of their AI in your final product, it's like stamped with their code so that once it's going through a monetized platform,
Welcome to my new series called Rhyme and Reason. I was once a songwriter and lyricist.
Sorry, I had my finger on it and then
you can just tell me. You can just go on a little long and then wrap it up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that, honestly. Oh, yeah, I think so. At Random Fish, I think that was 11 Labs. What? I'm so sorry, Edna. I didn't mean to do that. But I just wanted to show you this other one that I did. And that was my whole allocation gone. So I'll just show you a little bit
Welcome
more.
to my new series called Rhyme and Reason. I was once a songwriter and lyricist, many moons ago. I also wrote several pieces of poetry that I would love to share with you.
Yeah, see, I quite like that one. Yeah, it was yeah, Edna got the cane. She did. I'm sorry, Edna. I really didn't mean to do that, darling. What were you saying?
Oh, I don't remember.
That one's not so good, I don't think. But I think, it is all, I think this was AI as well. And when you look at the beginning, her first ones, it's very sort of rudimentary, what she's done with it. But I'm sure I read something about they are gonna make it, where you have to state it's AI. And because if you think, right, you imagine, right, you've gone to an art gallery and, you like a piece of art, you want to be I mean, myself, I would want to know that it was an original piece of art, not something that a computer has done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's almost. I mean, I get what you're saying, but if it's a talented, or if it's like a capturing piece of art, it is what it is. Like how you have someone that can draw so like hyper realistic that you think it's a photograph. So like if you put that, this is drawn, then of course it puts like another level of like complexity to it. But at the same time, if it's an awesome picture, it's an awesome picture. Like you don't need to say that it's hand drawn
No,
for
that's
it.
true.
Yeah.
Okay. So as Random Fish says, even pro paid subscriptions have limits, so you eventually would need a corporate account, which you have to call. I know. And ask about. They don't even tell you pricing. I know. See, that's
No,
why
they never do.
I don't. Just give me the free one, and then I'll be off on my way. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night now. It's been a nice old chat. It's funny we ended up talking about AI again, but you know what I like is that people that come in here, they obviously do like art, and a lot to me, because obviously, it's very, very paramount in my life as well. So yeah, it's nice to sort of chat about it. And Random Fish knows quite a lot about it as well, which is good. So
Oh wait, Jan, what do you think about Garlic new guy, Jamal?
what happened?
He's following like a new like weight loss man, right?
Yeah,
And he's 500 plus pounds. And for
right.
one of his challenges, he was like, by the end of this week, I challenged myself to get under 500 pounds. Now,
Uh-huh.
listen, the man's doing what he needs to do to take care of himself. He's losing weight. If he's under 500 pounds this week or in 2 weeks, he's still doing great.
Yeah.
But he made it seem like, oh, I hit my goal. I'm under 500. But it was just water weight. So he immediately, the next weigh-in was over 500 again.
Oh
And
no.
it's been like a week. Yeah, and it's kind of like you're manipulating the numbers. That's not the same thing because if you were like authentically, genuinely under 500. And he's saying it. And it's like, so Garlic, my man, you see him for you love, he's like a guy that's really getting after it. He's so honest and blah blah blah, but he's not being honest.
Oh right. So has Gorlick called him out on it?
I've heard cricket.
Oh, well, maybe we talk about that on Friday. That's a different
Yeah.
subject to talk about, isn't it? I've not. I mean, I do watch Gorlick when he's covering. There's not many that I miss, but I haven't really watched anything about this guy. I know he was covering a different guy, but I haven't really watched it. But yeah, I'll give it a watch, and maybe we can discuss it on Friday. That's quite a good idea. See what happens. So Gorlick's not actually said anything. So how do you know it's just water weight though? I mean, why do you feel?
Listen, Jen, I started a challenge. I might have put on a few pounds myself. So I'm like, it's ridiculous. Like I was already too big, and now I'm like even more too big. So I'm like, I gotta get on top of it. And like so I follow a woman who's nearby me who's trying to lose weight and X, Y, and Z. And she's into some kind of drama within her little weight loss community. And I think this Jamal guy is one of the people that's in the mix. So when Girl World Garlic Bread got into it, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like two of my little YouTube communities are on tangents with each other. So it's just kind of funny to me.
Okay, I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at it before Friday and see if it's worth sort of discussing. You seem to know a lot more about it than I do, so that's interesting. What does that mean? Jamal's numbers are soft. What does that mean?
Jamal, he's in the UK, Jan.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's a black man in the UK. His numbers are soft. I think he's fudging these numbers, Jan. He's like, oh, me being my size. He's a big, muscular dude. He's like, I can sweat off 20 or hydrate 20 pounds of water either direction. So if he wants to make since he's within 5-10 pounds of 500, so he's saying even he can make it seem like he's under 500 when he's really not. Is he close? Yes, he's closer. He started at 545 or 550, something like that, and it's been less than a month, and he's down almost to 500. So he's put in real work. Like nobody's denying that he hasn't made progress, but it's just the fact that he's playing around. It's like clickbait. You're saying that you reached the goal and you haven't really reached it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit cheeky. Okay, I'm gonna give me a bit of homework today because I haven't got enough. Would I do a cooking stream? I have done cooking videos. If you look on my channel, did I put them on it? I mean, they're only short ones. I tend to sometimes I do short cooking videos. If you have a look in my shorts, you might find some, but I don't think I'd do a cooking stream. Because I haven't got the setup to do that really.
I think that would be entertaining. No, it doesn't have to be a whole setup. That makes it good. You ever see S Jam cook?
No, I don't watch people like that. No. Sorry.
Yeah,
but no.
I don't either. But it's just the comicalness of
yeah. I don't know because I'd have to do it.
But it's like you're just hanging out.
Yeah, but also I'd have to do it all on my phone. So yeah, I don't know. No, I like to I like my live streams to be a bit more professional looking, even if I don't sound very professional. I like it to look. Yeah, I do cooking, and sometimes I film myself doing it. But I just no, I don't think I'd actually do a live stream with it because yeah, it's just the logistics wouldn't be any good. So anyway, as I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I've got another video. I've got a video coming out tomorrow. I've scheduled it for about 4 o'clock. It's another one in the therapist series. Please have a look at those because I put a lot of work into those. So I'd really like it if some of you guys would just have a look at the videos and give your viewpoint as well. You know, it's quite an interesting subject I'm covering with this psychotherapist. So yeah,
But you
so I
know
would
what,
ask you
Jen?
to have a
It's
look.
very eye-opening when you hear videos about the psychotherapist, because I think we kind of throw around, oh, you should go get help or blah, blah, blah. But you don't realize the people that you're going to get help from are within the same system that we're all living within. You know, these
Yeah,
aren't angels come from above, you know? So it's
exactly.
like, yeah, it's tough.
And the thing is also, I'm glad you've watched them. What do you think of them, Edna?
Oh,
Do
I
you
think they're good. They make very good points.
good?
I mean,
And
you
the
have to give me something in particular, you know, it's but I mean they're well done and thought out for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, have a look random. You might be interested. I'm covering it's actually a series. I covered her, oh, was months ago, but I did it in a live stream. And then I can't remember when I first started doing them as like a standalone video. And I was just so appalled by what she sort of puts out there basically. She's obsessed with Harry and Meghan. And you know, that's fair enough, I guess. You can be obsessed with who you want. But the point I try to make with her videos is that, and the first point I made was that I don't think that it's right that a psychotherapist is out there being um so blatantly hateful to anyone. You know, it doesn't matter whether they're royal or not, but her obsession with them is like it's like a bubbling cauldron. And the
You
more I look deeply into her, it's more and more obvious. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with what I've done with it.
Yeah,
Um,
when you highlighted how she was like, oh, they're just dropping by, or like
yeah,
talking about Meghan and Harry, like they weren't clearly invited, that there's not a whole process to their traveling itinerary and what have you as being
yeah,
royals and the way press and the communications go forward. You know what I mean? Like absolutely it's like, ma'am, who's doing the thinking around here? Because that it just doesn't
mhm.
make any sense.
No, I know. And they're the points that I try and sort of point out. But it's like with all my videos, all my standalone videos, I prefer to let them do the talking and then me react as they're talking. I prefer that because otherwise it's just going to be a case of, well, that's my opinion. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you've got the person themselves saying these outrageous things, they can't take it back. And that's what I've always done. I've always done it with, people I've done standalone videos on. And I mean, it's a lot of hard work for me because I've got to download the video and then I've got to slice it up and then I've got to,
Right.
uh, do my sort of
Well, I don't think
voiceover to
people
it.
realize when you say you're a psychotherapist, that puts more weight to your opinion. It's not just
Exactly.
layman's opinion, X, Y, and Z. No, you're an educated person in society with some status. So, you wouldn't be telling us that you're a psychotherapist. You're obviously telling us because you think that your opinion should hold more weight. And as such,
Yeah.
we hold you
Yeah.
to being a therapist, and you shouldn't just talk recklessly. So,
Exactly.
it goes both ways where people are saying, oh, if, you shouldn't, people basically shouldn't lose their license or whatever, just, wanting to partake online. But they're not just
Mm,
partaking or they're not just having fun as a everyday citizen. They're out here putting their credentials on the forefront so that they get more notoriety, more clout, whatever. So if you're gonna use your credentials, then you also risk losing your credentials when you're giving bad advice.
Yeah, that's a really good point, and that's the point that I sort of made right at the beginning of my videos. The problem is, though, I can't keep going over the same things because otherwise, all my videos are just going to be really repetitive. So I have addressed that, and I've said that one of the things that I find the most damaging is that she uses that title of being a psychotherapist when in actual fact what she's doing is building a hate channel. And I mean, if you look at her chat in there, Edna, the things people say, they're all hating on Megan and all hating on
Yeah.
whatever his name is, Harry. And I just think you shouldn't be doing that when you're working in a profession where you're meant to be helping people. It's just such a oxymoron type
It's like they're
situation.
not. Yeah, it's like they're not taking into account that Megan and Harry are real people.
Exactly. She's just so full of hate. So yeah, Random Fish, I think you might enjoy it. She's a psychotherapist that was associated with the royal family. No, she wasn't. She wants to be. But no, but that's what she talks on. But if you watch the first of the videos, I can't remember which one it was now. Let me just see if I can get it up quickly for you. The first one that I covered of her. Oh, let's get this down here. Come on. Oh, have I lost you? Oh, there we are. Where did I put that then? There it is. Right, okay, so let's get on to there. All right. When I do this, I have to do it a certain way because otherwise I don't know where I am. Right. Okay. Not that I know where I am anyway most of the time. Anyway, so the new one that's coming is talking about Lilibet, the little girl. She's just so awful. You know what she said? And I just can't believe the awful things she says. She reckons that Meghan has never been pregnant. So instead of saying that, when Meghan had her miscarriage, she says it was a myth carriage.
Oh wow!
I mean, honestly,
How hurtful.
I'm just so shocked by it. But anyway, I'll just quickly show you this before we go.
You
Just
know what it is, Jan? I think that's ridiculous because the children look so white that it was like they have so much hatred, so much racism. It's like they feel stupid.
I don't know what you mean by that. But anyway,
Okay.
Right, of course the children look white. Meghan's mixed race. So, and she's married to a white guy, so of course the kids are going to look white. That's why my kids, two of them, right, one of them is white passing. Then there's two of them that look Mediterranean. One's a bit fairer than the other. And then there's another one that's quite dark, almost my colour. So, yeah, I mean, when you're mixed race, you are going to have like a different coloured kids. Do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
no, I just mean that it's like they were so like in a tizzy, or they had so many feelings about her being black and what that would do to the lineage of the family. And it's like, okay, now I don't know, with the way the children's come out, it's almost like there's no. I mean, is there still an issue with that? You know what I mean? I don't know, but it seems like they can't say anything about the children being too black.
There was always going to be an issue. Always.
Okay.
There was always going to be an issue because, England or Great Britain has systematic racism. It always has done. So to have it, to have, a person of colour in the royal family, a lot of people aren't going to like it. And one of them is this one. So, so this is This was 3 days ago. So I've actually called her outright a racist, alleged psychoanalyst. The reason why I call her alleged is because when she speaks of the children, she always calls them alleged. And
Oh, that's
I just,
so crazy.
it's so evil, honestly, Edna. It's
Yeah.
so evil. So that is the last one I did. And then there's that one, Royal Hater. And I've actually started because you know when you do videos on people now, you're meant to put their name and their sort of, you know, wiggly thing, at thing in the title. So that's what I do. So
Okay.
yeah, then there's that one. There's their therapist goes for royal
How do you
children.
like that? Do you feel like it's aggressive, like you're calling them out? Or do you just feel like, oh, you know, it's just fact that you're speaking about her?
Well, I want them to know. I want her to know that I'm on her
Okay.
case. And
I feel like it's a bit aggressive. Like, woo.
no, they're telling. I did say that you are meant to do that. You are, you know, like I should put
No, I
them
understand.
on
I
her
get
case.
it.
But yeah, but I do for her, definitely. Yeah, she's just honestly, random fish, you will not believe the things she says. And I've done quite a few on her, but I call it my series and I put a lot of work into it. Not that I get the views for it, but that's typical. But yeah, I put a lot of time and energy into that. I mean, I'll be honest, after I finished this one, Wellness Wednesday, I then start thinking about Friday.
Mhm.
And if I'm working on another video, sometimes I'll sort of start working on that a bit as well. But she just says so many hateful things. I mean, I did one with her going for the royal children there, and that was 3 weeks ago. She's just so hateful. I can't bear it. Cannot bear it. But yeah, she
What
says alleged
happened to
children.
children being off limit? Like, didn't
Exactly.
it? Yeah, because I felt like when I was younger, it was the children that were even in college. You know, if they weren't actively, I don't even with like child stars. I thought it was like a kind of a known disrespectful thing that you wouldn't talk about them too much.
No, things have changed now. You know, people stoop to so many, they stoop so low. It's like, you know, I can't believe that this woman, I think, you know, if she was doing this, say, 60, 70 years ago, she could seriously be done for treason, you know, because the things she says, unbelievable, the things she says. And Random Fish is very good there. She says they don't care only about the skin color. It's just knowing they're not 100% white. Exactly. That's exactly it. And the thing is, I don't want to make it into a race thing, but she's so blatant with it. Do you know what she said the other day? Oh my God. Sometimes I'm just so shocked by what she says. I sometimes struggle because I'm doing the video and then she comes out with something so god awful. I'm like shocked by it and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. But she does. And one of the things she said, and I
Yeah.
cannot believe what she said, is that she thinks that Meghan uses spray tan because when, you know,
Oh,
because
right.
she's mainly followed by black people, although she took a long time trying to figure out what was the correct word to use. Could she use black? Could she use this? Such a racist piece of shit. Anyway, so she was like, yeah, well, I think, you know, I think it's a bit funny how sometimes, you know, she looks darker than she is. So I think that's because she's, you know, she's using spray tan. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe
You know
it.
what, Jen? I will say that is a thing. I won't get into specifics, but I've known someone who's mixed race that use spray tan.
Well, okay. Well, I can't argue with you on that one.
I know it's like.
I mean, I've
How
never
would
used
she
it.
know? What did she think?
But yeah, I think the point I'm trying to make is that this woman does it just to have another dig at Meghan. And also,
Right.
you know, it's not just the fact. I'm sure there are mixed people that use spray tans. I tell you, my eldest, who is very fair, she's used suntan spray tans before because she is very fair. And you know, she doesn't want to, you know, she is very, very fair.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is I'm not trying to say that no mixed race people use spray tans. What I'm saying is this woman uses it in a way to seriously insult Meghan. And right, as but people don't use spray tans to be more black. No, they don't. Although that's what she's trying to say. She's saying that Meghan's only using it because she wants, you know, because most of her following is black people and she wants people to think she's like them. And I'm like, are you serious, woman? I can't bear
That's the
it.
thing. People know because her mom was right there.
But hang on, I'm just going to have to play this bit. Hang on. I just can't.
That more when she comes over to the
Here we go.
UK from the States when we've read.
Right, here we go. I can't. It makes me angry. Meghan's mother is African American woman. So Meghan is mixed race. So to say that she, in effect, blacks up to fit in with people of color, with other people of color, is absolutely disgusting. I need to find another word other than disgusting. I mean, I think what she tries to do is to imply that Meghan is inauthentic. You have to be very careful, Missy, especially when you're talking about the color and tone of somebody's skin. Shame on you.
And she also seems to do that more when she comes over to the UK from the States, when we've rarely seen an appearance from her. A lot of the time she has almost like put the fake tan on. And there was a photograph that I saw on social media, and I'll put that up here, where she'd forgotten to fake tan her hands. And it just shows you how white that she really is.
Oh, my Lord. No, I've got to keep it together. I've got to keep it together because, you know, it'll sound better if I can keep it together. She is unbelievable when, you know, how can this, you know, this statement be seen as anything other than racist? When coupled with a false narrative of Meghan getting a spray tan, and to say there's his hand and it looks white. Was it Meghan's hand? We don't even know if it was Meghan's hand. But for those of us that have got eyes that aren't clouded with hatred, we can see that Meghan is mixed race and she's got a lovely tan. I mean, how would this woman, I'm just going to call her this woman, feel if people assumed that she sprayed herself with flour and water to get her pasty complexion? How would she feel?
I ever look in the mirror and like what I see? Not just.
So if you if you want to hear me getting fired up about this god awful woman, check out that series. Because I'm quite pleased with the way it's going. I do react sort of as I'm filming it. So you can tell I do get a little bit cross sometimes. I'm just you know, sometimes I'm just dumbfounded by what she says, and you know, I can't hide it. I can't hide my disdain for the way she talks about Meghan, specifically Meghan, but she does take a pop at Harry as well. But then she just totally disregards the children, and I'm sorry, but no, I just can't. I just can't deal with that. So, if any of you fancy, you know, watching the series, it is all about her. Yeah, please do, Random Fish. Let me know what you think. As I say, it takes me a while to do them. No, normally takes me a couple of days to do them because, you know, I have to sort of watch it, and then I have to, you know, react to it, and then I have to edit it and everything, but it's worth it because I think it's important to get the word out there if somebody is just acting so appallingly, especially somebody who's you know, supposedly a psychotherapist or psychoanalyst, as she said. So yeah, yeah, so please, I would ask you to watch it. So in the meantime, I'm going to say, ta-da, Edna! Are you there? Are you there? Or have you not
Yes.
on me?
No, I'm here. Bye. Thank you. It's been a lovely Wednesday.
Yeah, I see you on Friday, darling. And definitely have a look at that Gorlick thing that you were talking about. So I want to say thank you so much to everybody for
Oh,
coming.
and Jan, I request that you get we get a draft of your list. Everybody has a list.
Oh, yeah. All right. What? Who goes on the list? People I don't like.
I don't know. I kind of have a mix of people. I have a list, but my list is more interesting characters.
Okay. All right then. I'm
So
not gonna.
it's your list, so you make it the way how you want it to be.
All right. I'll try and compile one for Friday. All right then. Well, everybody, thanks so much for coming and for the lurkers and for people chatting and people watching the replay. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you on Friday. Take care of yourselves. It's a rotten old world. Bye bye for now.